Alright, so this video is going to be about motivation and um, not falling into whatever this funk is that I'm going through right now, that I'm trying to get out of. So, woke up today, ended up looking at my bank account, and I probably don't have enough money for the rest of the month. So, um, I don't know what I'm going to do. One of the things I'm going to try to do is keep on reaching out to more and more people. See what help that they can give me. Like, mainly it's going to be like different hiring managers and different um, job placement agencies, and have them look over my resume. Hopefully they can find something, or they can suggest something that isn't there, instead of them looking at it like, oh wow, I can't help you. Everything's set right now. I really can't help you. Which I don't understand, because if they can't help me, how come it's been a couple months and I'm still looking for a job at this point? To explain that, actually, a little bit about that. My last employer ended up just letting me go, just out of the blue. Um, I I think I really know the reason why, and it's pretty crappy. Yeah, I can't think of the name right now, but what it is you can't take them in court. You have to go through like a special group um, that's actually going to oversee what's going to go on. And I already know that it's probably going to be biased. It's going to be a group of people that are members of um, their lawyer team. Pretty sure at this point. So there's no sense in even fighting for anything at that point, because it's just me versus a company, pretty big broadcast company at this point. So I can't do that. I definitely can't do that at all. So um, I've been trying different things to try to. Oh god, my hair. I'm so nervous. I've been trying different things to try to make some money in the meantime, and nothing's really panned out. Not for me not trying, but it's just not the right time. I guess that's the right way to say it. Just not the right time, and I'm not getting in front of the right people. But I'm trying. I really am trying. Um, so yeah, I need to find other people to keep on talking to, and hopefully I can get something going pretty soon. Hopefully. One of the things that I try to hold on to is motivational speaking. I see different quotes, motivational speaking. I don't have the kind of people around me that are going to boost me up or actually see what I'm capable of. Everybody else around me, they mainly they're content with things the way that they are, and it is what it is, and they move on. I'm not. Everything can always change. Like the way I think is like, I can keep on progressing and be smarter than I was the day before, and keep on advancing higher and higher to be something I wasn't before. Other people, they gotten to the point where they think, you know, I'm probably as smart as I'm gonna be. So you know what? I'm fine here. I'm not like that. I'm really not like that. There's people I used to work with that they had that kind of mentality. They had a mindset where it was more a fixed mindset. They pretty much assumed that what they knew at that point in time was all that they were going to know, and they were happy with that. And they didn't go outside of that box for any reason whatsoever. I think a prime example is when I was sent over for training over with Avid, and I've never been to Boston before, and I went out there, and here I am driving around town. It wasn't during the wintertime, thank God, so all the streets were nice and clean and everything, and I had my phone with me, and that's all I really needed to get around. That's all I really needed. The other person I was going with, he was amazed that I was that I was figuring how to get around as easily as I did, which kind of wasn't that hard, honestly. And how I wasn't afraid to just go in and do something different that neither him nor me nor anybody in the company actually knew what the hell they were doing. And he was just surprised at how I just broke through and I just jumped in and didn't give a second thought about it. He always questioned everything, which amazed the hell out of me. I don't know why he questioned everything. But he really didn't want to go through like all the training that we had out there. We had to, at the end of our training out there, we had to test out to get certified for the training that we took while we were out there for that time. I passed it, I think, on my first time. The other person, he took it the first time and failed. And he got really, really, really upset. Really upset. They gave him an opportunity to take another time. He was really upset, though. He was not in a mind frame to actually retake it and actually pass it that time. So it was good that he said, no, that's not the right time. Then they offered to give him the ability to take it online at a later date. And he said, okay, sure, we'll go with that. And the whole time he was asking me, he was like, well, did you pass? Did you fail? And what happened out of that? And I told him, because neither of us knew at that point in time. So I told him that I don't have to retake it, but they aren't going to tell me the results until later after the class, after I get back home. So he said that was fine. That was fine. So he kind of had the understanding that I probably passed at that point, but he was only concerned about himself at that point, which I'm fine with, whatever. So yeah, there was a lot of people like that over at my last job, which was really disappointing. I kept on getting thrown the hard stuff all the time because it's kind of like, I'm probably dating myself at this point. It's kind of like back in the day with the Life cereal where give it to Mikey. Mikey will eat anything. They kind of had the same idea. And because I worked outside of that office and I worked out of Arizona, like remotely, they figured that, hey, let's give it to him because he's a couple hours behind and it's not going to matter to him. We'll just give it to him anyways. Because it's the end of my shift and I'm done. He's not. Screw it. He can work on it. He can do it. Well, he takes like a 4 or 6 or 8 hour call with one of the support vendors that or support teams of one of the vendors that we have, and I pretty much stay awake until almost 1 or 2 o'clock my time to fix something. And I note that and let everybody know, but nobody really cares, or nobody did care. So trying to go through that and understanding that I have to think positive for myself. Like it's kind of corny. I know it's kind of corny. But if I'm not going to think for myself that I am worth something, that I can do something, that I shouldn't have to put up with crap like that um, for myself, then other people are going to make the decision for me. And they're going to do that, which that's kind of crap. I'm not going to stand. I'm not going to stand for that. I need a pep talk from something. I'm trying to talk to myself and trying to pep myself up, and um, I don't know. Today is a hard day. Today is definitely a hard day to think through. So all that I have scheduled for today is application after application after application after application. You get the idea at this point. Um, and I just thought I needed a break, just to let my words out, because I don't have any other people around me. Like I said, I don't have any other people around me that actually see the value that I bring to things. That so what I wanted to do is I wanted to go over a couple of different quotes that I have, that I read from time to time. I'm going to save that one for last. All right. So let's see. There's the first one is really truthful. Something that I think about all the time, or at least I try to think about all the time. It reads, many people have started down the road that you're on, but if you want to make it to the end, you won't see many of them walking with you. That's so true. That's so true. Because I know what I'm capable of. I know what I have a plan for myself, where I want to be and where I want to go. Other people have different ideas, or they don't think I'm capable of that, which that's kind of sad. Or they don't even care, which that's even worse. As a society, like, everybody keeps on thinking less and less about other people around them, and it's more about just me, 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 me. I can't, I can't, I don't think that way. I really don't think that way. And it just, it's just crazy to know that people think that way. I don't get it. I don't get why. Because in the end, it actually helps bring me up as a person to an even higher standard, um, if I help out people around me. It's kind of like what I was explaining to that one guy that went to training with me. I said, I'm probably the most selfish person on the face of the earth. I try to teach you guys everything I know, which I did. Everything I found out, any little thing that made the job easier for them. I tried my best and taught everybody, or at least wrote it down, made it, put it somewhere, like at least 3 different places, for them to look at, or have the ability to look at, and become a little bit better than they were before. Because if they could start doing those tasks I figured out and tried to make easier already at that point, then I can move on to even harder things, and I can apply myself to those hard things at that point. So yeah, I was selfish, honestly, and I still am selfish. I think that's the right way to do it. By helping others around you, you boost yourself up. I really do think that. I really believe that. Here's the second one. Here's the second quote I got, and this is something on a little thing that I have on my desk. I can't. Yeah, there it is. All right. So it sits on my desk, and I've had this for about 10 plus years. It's something good to read from time to time. It's called "Don't Quit." When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low and the debts are high, and you want to smile, but you have to sigh, When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is queer with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns. And many a failure turn about when you might have won had you just stuck it out. Don't give up. Though the pace seems slow, you may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. And you never can tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far. So, stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. It's kind of funny that I got this a long time ago. Many years ago. And it has a different meaning now. It has a greater meaning now that I read it, actually, today. I like this quote. Definitely like this quote. And the last one I got, and this is a really short one. It's, your value does not decrease based on somebody's inability to see your worth. And I think that's true. It's not good for others to put that much value behind other people's inability to see your worth, like this quote says. So to go along with that, there's another thing I watch from time to time whenever I need the pick-me-up. It's a video from Z Frank. I'm going to put a link in the description below. He kind of looks at it like in a comical kind of way, but it helps me out from time to time. So I'm also gonna put a link to like I stream on so I also stream on Twitch, Mixer, whatever it is that I'm streaming on now. I don't know what I'm doing now. But I do have a donation link in there if you happen to have some money that you can help me out. I would greatly appreciate it, honestly. You have no idea how much I would appreciate it. Because I don't know. At the end of the month, I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't. So there's those two links, the Z Frank link and the donation link if you can help me out. Thanks.